Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Day number 300, and we're here. I can't believe it's 300, but it is. Had quite a day today. As you can see on day 300, representing a special shirt tonight, by the way. Yeah, that's the Zelynskyy special right there. So we've got that thing ready to go. Tonight's going to be a good update. There was not ever a question of there being an update or not tonight. The question was how, when, and where. 9:01 Eastern, December the 20th, December the 21st in Ukraine, 4:01 a.m. But where Zhenya's at right now, it's 3:01 a.m. So big welcome to all of you tonight. Kevin Sheffield, Zelynskyy will be in Washington Wednesday. It's appearing so. Pat Schoaf, welcome to you. Ricochet, rumor has it he's already landed on SAM 860. Very good possibility of that. Chuck Pinkham, looking forward to tonight's update. Prayers continue from San Jose, California. Cheryl Brownlee, checking in from Wisconsin. And Paul Kiss, our resident Canadian, Pennsylvania. Sylvie Pepos, I see you there. Roe Gammon, Richmond, Virginia. God bless all of you guys and welcome. As you can see, I don't have any spectacles on. So you guys know, been working with a lot of eye issues 2-3 months, whether it was shrapnel picked up or other issues. I'm now seeing 2020. I've got a little bit more refinement to do next Tuesday. But the doctors here, and I will tell you, it located in Butler, Pennsylvania, have smoked it. I've had 2 doctors working on me for about a month now. And when I say 2 doctors, I literally mean 2 doctors tag teaming, knowing that I'm heading to Ukraine on January the 2nd. So I have nothing but shout outs for Dr. Fogel and Dr. Thrash. Finish up with them next Tuesday. But today, I walked in blind as a bat and walked out 2020. So a few more refinements and we're dialed in. And I was blind, but now I see. That's a good feeling, let me tell you. Now, tonight we may have Zhenya pop in. He is on the road. He is on the way to Amsterdam, Netherlands. He just crossed the Polish border out of Ukraine a couple of hours ago, and we were talking. He's on the road right now. Yes, at 3:03 a.m. in Poland. Tonight he's going to be staying in Krakow, Poland. And then tomorrow, take it on into Amsterdam. Will be a very long ride. Foot healing every day. He did a long drive today with his foot on the dashboard. But I'll be there in 2 weeks to help him take care of it. So I'll drive and put him in the back, let him lay down on a bed or something. We're going to have a great update tonight. Just be ready. Lots of things have happened. You saw the title of the program about Putin giving out awards, and Zelenskyy in Bahkmut. We're going to cover it all. We're going to go over it all, and you're going to be educated here in about 30 minutes. Jeremy Teeple, welcome to you. I see you there from Canada. Jeff Burnett, moderation man. Thank you, sir. Don Gentilini, Putin must be defeated now before he uses his schemes to expand USSR. EU will be hit if there is a nuclear power accident. Refusal to send weapons down to Ukraine is a bad model. Will empower Putin. Hopefully we get some movement on that tomorrow. As Zelensky said the other day, we're going to determine really quickly if Biden's a patriot or not by not only the Patriots, but other things as we go further. So that's where we're at. Thank you for being here. And we're going to jump right into it. I've got a monitor over here where I'm watching for Zhenya. If he pops in here, we'll throw him in here and let him say hello tonight. Thank you guys for being here. But let's get started right now. Kyiv is in a very difficult situation. I'm not an electrical engineer, do not work for a power company, but this is what they are describing. They are having voltage jumps. I'm assuming that is spikes in power where they're having to keep the systems offline. So, like, for example, this morning they had fired up the subways and people were starting to roll on them, and then everything went haywire because they're not able to maintain proper voltage. And the reason for that is there is not enough power in the system, so they have backed down on what they are trying to get going. And now Kyiv in particular is going to struggle immensely over the next 72 hours up until December the 23rd. And we shall see from there forward. But there are many, many parts of Kyiv tonight that are sitting in dark and will be in the dark, have been and will be for up to another 7 days. It's a serious situation and a big challenge. Now, with that said, let's go to Khmelnytsky. Of course, this is our home region. This is our home city, and this is where we labor. Medic Trevor, hello. You like this one? You like this one, Medic? You like that one? That's a Zelynskyy special. Angela Moody, Prince George, Virginia, got the UA hands going on. Greetings to you guys down there in Prince George. Khmelnytsky, our home city, our home base, where we do everything out of. They released last night their power schedule update. Let me explain this to you so you understand it. Forget the Ukrainian language. Let's look at the numbers at the top, 01, 03, 03, 05. Okay. That is time. So from 0 to 3, of course, is 1 to 3 a.m. And then if you move over to, for example, to the right, 15 to 17, that's going to be 3 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon and so forth. Military time, 24-hour clock. Here's what this means. Yellow represents you will have power. Blue represents you may or may not. Blue, you will not. Gray, you may or may not. I'm having to read it. Možné bude. So basically what's going to happen on a normal day in Khmelnytsky, Ukraine is, if you just look at that, you're going to have power 2 hours, and then it's going to be off 6, 2, 6, 2, 6. So out of a day, you're going to have power 6 hours out of 24. This is not Kyiv. This is Khmelnytsky. You have power for 25% of the day. And Khmelnytsky is a city of 300,000, more than that now due to refugees, 350 probably. They've broken the city down into zones. I think Zhenya told me he lives in zone 2, I think. So you have region 1, region 2, region 3, region 4. You look at what region you're in and you can estimate what your power will be like. Why would you need that? So you can be sure you're home to charge or to get a heat going for a little while for the couple of hours that you have power. Pretty tough. In fact, let's see here, and we're full live tonight. Let's do this right now. Yeah. Khmelnytsky, Ukraine right now, 27 degrees Fahrenheit. That's chilly. So 32.0, about -3 on the Celsius. So that's how they're dealing with the power there in Khmelnytsky. Now, Denis Shmyhal, who is the prime minister of Ukraine, came out today as well after Kyiv was giving their updates on the power situation. And, you know, for example, Khmelnytsky gave their city plan. Every city has a plan like that. Of course, we get the Khmelnytsky plans closer because we're so connected with that city. But every city has a plan like that. Shmyhal came out and said, okay, we're getting stuff repaired as fast as possible. We're struggling, but we're making it. However, we do expect Christmas presents. Typically in Ukraine, they are celebrating both Christmases. So Christmas season really runs about December 15th to January 15th. You have the traditional Christmas of the Orthodox calendar, January 7, and I think it's January 7. And you also have the Western Christmas of December 25th. Ukraine is really a nation that celebrates both of those dates. So it's a long Christmas season, and they are expecting Christmas presents, and I'm sure that they will be coming. Kherson, constant shelling. There was reports, the bottom left, I've got the tweet there that is from the city administration saying, we're in trouble. Infrastructure, power, water, thermal plants, heating. They may have left and they may have taken everything with them, but they are now absolutely leveling Kherson. It is nonstop shelling. In fact, today alone, they were hit with 42 MLRS systems. Just today, 42 different strikes with MLRS, not to mention other types of artillery. They may have left Kherson, but they're up close where either even shorter range artillery is hitting it, and they are putting a hammer on the city of Kherson. Additionally, yes, after the summit yesterday, which I hope you guys really enjoyed that update with all of the translation and what we were able to provide to the world to be able to see what these guys are actually saying. Yeah, I see that. So here we go. Let me go back here. I think Tim Ryder knows something about electricity that can be very damaging to equipment. Tim, that is what was happening with the subway system. They were damaging the subway system. They were trying to get it going because the city still has 2 million people in it, and they're trying to function. And they load the subways up and they ground to a halt pretty quick. So they've shut that down. Also, on the personal level, Medic Trevor, you're right. You can work with that if you know there's a regular schedule. You can. You can prepare food. You can charge your power banks. You can make sure everything's good. So it's very helpful that Ukraine is putting out schedules for that. Jumping back to Belarus, Russia is rotating troops and equipment in. You heard it right. Troops and equipment. But right now, the equipment is rolling. I have the borderline drawn there for you, the blue line. That, of course, would be the northern border of Ukraine. You have Russia in blue, Belarus in pink, Poland in brown, and the green arrow representing the transfer of equipment coming in. Tanks, troop carriers, fuel trucks, you name it. It is coming in, and basically they're loading the entire front line. I actually have a little video clip here. Here's some equipment rolling in today. This is today's video of stuff rolling to the south of Belarus. Just a sample. It's today, video out of Belarus today. They're loading. You know, people often say, well, you know, they're just going to run out of equipment. It's going to run out eventually. They may run out of high precision missiles, but they're not going to run out of tanks and trucks and artillery, S-300s. They're not. They have been prepping for this. And not only that, remember the amount and volume of weapons that they pulled back even when Ukraine gave theirs up, and other nations now are involved. And we're going to talk about that in just a moment. I had a conversation online with a guy today, and I try to be polite to them. He's in Poland, and, you know, you're crazy, whatever, da-da-da-da-da. Ukraine would never be attacked from Belarus, and da-da-da-da. I said, no, most likely not, but you can't deny that they're rolling that border full of stuff. You're making the same statement, sir, that was made in the East prior to February 24th, 2022. Do not be fooled. They will come across that border. They've already done it one time. They will do it again. Do we forget that at the beginning of this war, Russia invaded Ukraine from Belarus? They will do it again. And this time, they're loading the guns even more. However, Ukraine is also more prepared. We have personal friends on that northern border. You may remember, if you go back and watch some of the videos, or you were here with us, where we were in Kharkiv and we were doing that run. You remember Sasha was with us. Need I say more? The Colonel. Where's the Colonel? Somewhere near that blue line. Somewhere. Right. Where are we getting our information from? The blue line. The Colonel. And, we know he's looking at it face to face, and he keeps us updated with what we can share. So we're thankful for that. Miniature Dachshund, greetings from Ohio. Welcome to you. Thanks, Jeff. Now, I just showed you a train rolling in with equipment, but now I have a hope train for you. How about this for a hope train? Another day, another fire. Oil and fuel refinery once again up in the north. That's in Chuvashia. That is another oil storage refinery facility burning. If anybody thinks that this is coincidence or just accident, nah. Now, back to Belarus, I want to share with you one more video. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to Sasha, who's there on the line. Don't have to listen to Zhenya. Don't have to listen to Zelynskyy, Zelynskyy, who himself says they could be coming. We're watching. How about a little translation here for you?
Зазначені тренування та навчання проводяться з єдиною метою – це уточнення цілей на території України, які призначені для вогневого ураження агресора. Відповідно, ми вживаємо всіх заходів для того, щоб знизити цей рівень загрози. Щодо військ, які розташовані на території Білорусі, це, безумовно, 2-га дивізія 1-ї танкової армії, також авіаційне угруповання, в складі якого є новітні зразки авіації повітряно-космічних сил Збройних сил Російської Федерації. Також там присутні пускові установки та ракети до них «Іскандер», а також...
Listen, there's a lot of stuff on that border, and there's a lot of soldiers on that border, Belarusian and Russian. And to just stick our head in the soil and think they'll never come across that border again. That's exactly what they want you to think. Why do we tell the world? Because it could happen. However, Ukraine's much more prepared this time. And if they come across that border this time, they're going to get whooped. I'm telling you, they're going to get whooped. We've got, as Zhenya has told you, some serious soldiers up there on the north. And we're very, very happy with that stoutness. Let's see here. JDO, I've worn glasses most of my life. It must be so freeing to not need them anymore. PG. Brother, when they pop them things in my eyes today, and it's not a contact. I have a different procedure being done because I have a corneal issue. And it's taken weeks and weeks to refine it, and they work on it and send it away, and it's all computers and lasers that measure it and adjust things. I about jumped on my doctor and squeezed the life out of him because it was a really good feeling to be able to see. Yeah, very good. So, Jeremy Teeple, thank you. I had ICL surgery. Okay. Is that cornea surgery? Best thing ever. Okay. Jeremy, you haven't steered me wrong yet. We're really trying not to, and if we do, we'll take it back. We try not to tell things before we can have it. Skeghead, got to give you a shout out there in Australia. Welcome to you in the middle of the outback. By the way, I love your name, Skeg Head. Here we go. Ben Wallace, Defense Minister of Great Britain. Russia plans to transfer military components to Iran in exchange for drones, the British Defense Minister said. In exchange for delivery of more than 300 air defense systems, the Russian Federation now intends to provide Iran with advanced military components, which undermines both Middle Eastern and international security. This is exactly what we've been talking about, that Iran and Russia is connected. And the more Iran gets involved, the more of a rift will happen in the Middle Eastern nations, because you have hard leaning toward a NATO type solidarity with nations like Turkey, hopefully, or others. And then you have the extreme other side, Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, leaning to the Russian side. And the next thing you know, you have a Middle Eastern implosion connected to this war in Ukraine. Once again, who's in the middle of it? Israel. The war in Iran, the war in Ukraine. And you have somebody like Ben Wallace coming out and saying, we're watching them do this. They're trading. They're working together. We have to pay attention to it. I hear something in my ears. Good place for me to break. Good morning.
Good evening, friends.
Where are you at?
I'm in Krakow, Poland.
All good?
Yeah, everything is good. God
On the
is
way
good.
I told everyone you're on the way to Amsterdam, finally to be able to see your
Yes.
wife and children and spend some time with them.
Yes,
And
for sure.
you know it's getting close for me to meet you there, because that's where I'm going to meet you. So all is getting close.
Yeah.
How's the foot?
Yeah. It's okay. I was doing, breaks. Everything is perfect. Much better.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Where's Zelensky?
Oh, he's been in Bahkmut.
He was in
Yes,
Bahkmut. When was he in? When was he in Bahkmut? This morning?
Probably this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and yes, he was. Giving a special speech with the thanks to our guys and who is fighting there, and yeah, it's just this.
You mean this one?
Хочеться вас підтримати максимально, як тільки можна. Знаєте, що ви надихаєте все наше суспільство. Знаєте, що це не просто Бахмут, символ, це Бахмутська фортеця. Не хочеться, щоб в цій фортеці залишились російські прапори на їх руїнах. Тож, дякую вам. Будьте міцними, бережіть цю фортецю. На все добре. Хай щастить. Слава Україні! Героям слава!
My friend, you got a good president.
And yeah, this is a principle, 300 days of war. And he's there. He's there.
He was there.
Emphasizing. Yes,
But
he was there. And he's right in the middle of the hottest place, let's say, and just being together. I mean, with the guys, just at least sometime being there. Thank them. Yeah.
Tim Ryder, you've got it nailed. That's exactly right. It's the Shia-Sunni split. So that means Russia is arming Shia Iran, which will further alienate Sunni Arab nations like Saudi Arabia and the whole group. Exactly. We're so close to a world war. It's really close. JDO had a question for you. How can you drive and rest your leg?
I cannot show it, But yes, I was driving like that. Like, I mean, you may try to use your imagination.
What
But my leg was on a
the new word I taught you? Dashboard.
uh, dashboard, cockpit, on the dashboard. Yeah,
Yeah, you
time to
drove.
time.
Well, let's
On
get
the
back to
highway, it
Zelensky.
was like that.
Let's get back to
Yes.
Zelensky because we're going to do a contrast and comparison real quick.
Okay.
All right. Zelensky on day 300 goes to the hottest place in the war. And he hands out awards to the troops and says, thank you. It's a much longer speech, but he then tells the older soldiers, take care of the young ones, keep them strong. Young, energize the old. I mean, it was a rousing speech to the soldiers around him. And it's a phenomenal display of leadership. Phenomenal.
Yes, absolutely agree, and I think there is a lot of things phenomenal now. As for me, the Zaluzhny does the work. I mean, nobody expected, and our guys on the battlefield, being, I mean, especially in the beginning. So they didn't calculate Ukrainians there, and I believe it altogether that the our guys who was ready to fight and in the miracle.
Yes.
In the
Got a great comment here from Mark McLaren. I know you're on your phone right now, so you can't see it all close, but I'll read it to you because I can see. Mark McLaren says, a true leader leads by example. He has asked his people to stand against Russia and is showing them he has their backs and is doing everything he can to help them win this war. A true inspiration. And the reality is, Zhenya, right now, most likely he's already landed in Maryland. Bahkmut this morning, Washington, D.C. right now. Tomorrow, he will meet President Biden, most likely. I have not seen a picture of him on the ground yet. That's why I haven't said it. We've got the plane and what we think and all this. But it appears Zelensky is in the United States already.
And I think 7 days later, 6 maybe 7 days, we will see, maybe up to 2 weeks. We'll see. Maybe it will be a Christmas gift, maybe New Year gift. But our guys are preparing something very special. I mean, in Ukraine, military guys.
Schmiegel, I already shared this before you got on. Schmiegel was saying we're expecting Christmas presents, meaning more missiles, but I guarantee you Ukraine has some Christmas presents prepared for the invaders as well.
So I know something. I think it will be from 7 up to 14 days, maybe 10 days, maybe 12, but definitely it will be that period.
So for all of you out there wondering, day 300, and by the way, I don't mean this. What else can we say? Congratulations, man. Day 300, we're standing and we're winning.
Yeah, we lost some territories from the beginning, but we got some lessons, and now we know how to fight. And I mean, yes, and we're getting better. So I think non-stop, step by step, inch by inch.
So,
yes,
folks, if you're listening tonight, I assume the man has been driving many hours today, getting out of Ukraine over to Krakow, Poland, been talking on the phone with some of his friends, and now he just pops some information on us. that in the next 12 to 14 days, be looking out for a Christmas surprise.
Yeah, I know something.
We can't tell it.
Please understand. It's like
good.
it's
No,
now.
we'll leave it. We're good. Day 300,
It,
you know something. Here's what I know.
if
Okay.
if you would be with me on this way, you would say the same. Absolutely no doubts. You would say, okay, no
Brother,
doubts.
I'm not pushing you to give your information, but the bottom line is on day 300, we have you on video saying, get ready in a couple of weeks. There's a Christmas present coming. We got it. So we'll see. We have every video. Leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there.
No. Day 300. It's a day when the people who were standing, especially from the beginning, without doubts, just standing in the most tough times. For them, it's like a sign of victory. It's a preparation. Yes. It's, I don't know, prelude. I don't know. It's so. Thank you. I want to say thank you to all of these people.
People may not understand it. That's why I don't have a better word to give you, but to say, congratulations. We've worked hard and we're here at day 300 and we're still standing. So I mean that in a very positive way, because I think Ukraine is energized today. I think today's a major day with Zelensky on the front lines at the most dangerous spot, giving out awards, rallying the troops, and then on a train, he probably never even stopped. He went over out of the country, hopped on a bird, headed straight to D.C. That's what we think. Incredible leadership. It rallies the Ukrainians. Now here's what's goofy. Zelensky is in Bahkmut giving awards to his soldiers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Vladimir Putin today was in the Kremlin.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. He was giving out the Nevsky Awards, which is the highest award given in Russia. There is no higher award. This dates back to Soviet days. He gave 5 of those today. He gave 4 to these guys. You see Salvo there, you see Pushilin. These are the 4 leaders of Lugansk, Donetsk, Zaporozhye, and Kherson. He gave them the highest award. He also gave, you guys are going to know this person. It's the lady propagandist, Martin Salamyan. What is it? Oh my goodness. Help me out, man. Hold it.
Margarita?
Yes. Thank you. Margarita.
And Simonyan.
Simonyan. Thank you. He gave Margarita Simonyan this same award. The propagandist. I have video tonight, and you guys watch this. Yeah. Thanks, Medic. Right there at Red Square. In fact, I may show you that in a minute. But compare and contrast. You saw what Zelensky did. Now, you're going to see Pushilin come forward, get his little award. Then you're going to see the lady propagandist. What's her name again?
Margarita
Salamyan. She comes.
Simonyan. Okay.
Whatever. She comes, speaks to Putin a little bit, gets her little award, then she makes a statement. And watch. And please read. I'll even play it twice if I need to, because I know it's hard sometimes to watch and see the translation. But watch what she says today. Here it is. Kremlin.
Ушилин Денис Владимирович, временно исполняющий обязанности главы Донецкой Народной Республики.
Я, в принципе, обычно не волнуюсь, выступая публично, но сейчас, каждый день, видя, что происходит в Донецке, невозможно не волноваться и не переживать. Спасибо вам, что вы с болью, с кровью, но вырываете из кровавой пасти этих людоедов наших людей, что вы решились на это. А мы будем в этом помогать, мочить людоедов столько, сколько вы от нас этого потребуете. Служу России. Спасибо.
Zelensky handing out awards to heroes, and she's calling you cannibals right in front of the dictator. They just cheer. You got the highest award in Russia.
Yeah.
Can you see the difference? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the world. Can you see the difference, world? Zelensky in the war zone. They're in the Kremlin doing what they do.
On own land, being elected before the war, staying up until now, and the Putin gives out the words for terrorism, huh?
Correct. I want to do something now. Do you remember? Let's see here. Let me go here. We just had a question, so I want to show it. I think it was Firecracker. Let's go here. You want to know where the Kremlin is? It's, as they answered, adjacent to Red Square. But if you really want to know, here is you see Moscow, first of all, is made with rings. You have 3 rings, and then all the roads lead out of Moscow to the other regions. You have the outer circle, the middle circle, and then you have the inner circle. It's a fortress city. Then you come all the way to the very center of Moscow, literally the exact center of Moscow. I'll put this on a satellite now, and you come right down to Red Square. Where is the Kremlin? So, first of all, Red Square is where they do the parades. At this side of it, you have the Historical Museum. At this side, St. Basil's Cathedral. At this side, you have the GUM shopping mall, one of the most famous shopping malls in the world, very expensive. And then you have Lenin's mausoleum, and you have the wall where there are monuments to all the Soviet leaders. I've walked by them all many times. And then that is also the wall for the Kremlin. This whole fortress right here is the Kremlin. Let me see if Street View works here. It does. So we'll just go down here and I'll show it to you. So looking straight ahead, this is the Historical Museum. Looking to this side, this is the GUM shopping mall. You come down here. This is the very famous image of St. Basil's Cathedral. And then you see this huge wall, the clock tower, all of the government buildings in the Kremlin, all by the fortress. By the trees are all the monuments to the Soviet leaders. And if you look here, maybe one more. This is the mausoleum for Lenin. This is where he lays in the glass tomb right in front of the Kremlin. So there's your map lesson for the night. So you can see the difference there between the propaganda. Now, let's change over to a couple of good stories, Zhenya. How about a good story here? We've been following the Azovstal adventures since the very beginning of the war. Fortress City. Kremlin's been burned to the ground 5 times. Yeah, it's their fortress city. We remember this picture very well. Mikhail Dianov. He went away. He was a prisoner of war. Got him back. He looked terrible. He looked on the edge of death, very skinny, arm all damaged. I have an update. Many people ask many times, have you heard anything from the Azov? Have you heard anything from the soldiers, the defenders? Well, we do. We've got something from Mikhail. And here it is.
Доброго дня, слава Україні, вітаю всіх. Дякую вам дуже щиро дякую за підтримку, яку ви надаєте мені. Без вас нічого би не вийшло. Почуваю себе дуже добре завдяки вам, завдяки вашим дзвінкам, тим самим, смс-ки, в новинах, слідкую в Фейсбуці. Щиро вам вдячний за все. Слава Україні.
Boy, does he look better? Look from that to what we just saw. So there you go, folks. There's your update tonight on Dianov. Very happy about it. We also have an update tonight. Last couple of things I want to share tonight is Shoigu. We had the video of Shoigu riding in the helicopter, and then you gave us the impersonation of Shoigu. You did a really good job, but I've recently discovered in the last few hours that there's further video of Shoigu in the chopper. We now not only have Shoigu in the chopper, but now, Medic Trevor, did he lose his arm? No, he did not. They saved it. He has his arm, going back to Mikhail. He still has his arm, and from what I've been seeing, he's going to regain use of it. So, yeah, very good news there. That's a good story on day 300, actually. Very good. So, I've got the updated video, and this is tongue-in-cheek. Hope you guys enjoy a little smile tonight, but we've got the updated video of Shoigu's inspection with the English subtitles. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it, man, but it's day 300, folks. That was Shoigu's real inspection.
Is it 9043?
Are they sleeping down there? Everything's going according to plan. We're being blown to bits. Firecracker 10, it's a joke. It's a joke. We put those subtitles on there. Having a little fun with Shoigu, because there's no way they did geotag it where he was. He was right just above the Crimean line. He was nowhere near the front lines. He was there, but he was way south. That's why you saw the green. What a joke. Not like Zelynskyy today.
We can make a joke. In reality, Russia right now, they preparing for 3 ways at the same time. It's a scenarios. The one is they are preparing with a lot of doubts, but for let's say for new attack and new attempt or to get Kiev, like a blitzkrieg, something fast. But at this moment there is a lot of doubts around that. At the same time, they're preparing economic for the long war.
Yes, sir.
And at the same time, Kherson showed that they are in control of their country. Even they will get to the borders of 90 in 91, because it's like people may chat, may comment, being disagree, but that's all. This is the level of, let's say, resistance, or like in Russia. So they got this freedom, and they nothing will happen big if they will get back to the borders, to the borderline of 1991, because
Well,
it's proven.
as you said earlier, for Ukraine's side, that's not even going to be acceptable. There's going to be a DMZ, a demilitarized zone, period. This is not going to happen again. That's why Ukraine's not giving up and not negotiating. This is a generational and potentially world-changing war that we all are a part of and supporting. Now, speaking of supporting, Zhenya, had a box come in today. Look at this. I just want to say that this community is the best community in the planet. We may not be the biggest community, but we're the best. And we're growing every day. People are figuring it out. This is a sample of what comes. Now, we've already sent the shipment, but I will get this to Ukraine. No problem. This is Slava Ukraina, Geroyam Slava from Stan Glasso. Stan, wherever you are at and wherever you are from, thank you. So what did Stan send? A box of goodies. He sent an entire case of hot hands. You warm them up, put in your pockets. Stan sent 2 power banks. Stan sent fantastic quality Yacht and Smith military socks. Stan sent a Cell-X.
Yeah.
You know this is live. Stan sent chest seal, vented. Stan sent these chest seals. Stan sent 2 Cat 7 tourniquets. And Stan, oh, where's my, hold it. Where'd my, there. And Stan sent, I got too much stuff here. 6 more trauma shears from one person. So this is how stuff comes. So Stan, thank you. And hopefully, and it's just an example of how great this community is. So thank you guys. My desk is now loaded and I'm pushing keys everywhere. So Jacob, thank you, my friend. I do, on a serious note, and I don't mean to down us on day 300, but to not do this would not be right. You guys know our team, right here. This is our team. Zhenya, myself, Shelter, Pastor Kent, Luann, Territory of Light, Stephen Haywood, my broadcast engineer, PTZ Optics, all the cameras and equipment I have in here. Brian Heckman does my IT, and Vladimir Zelynskyy, this one on the right, not the left, does a lot of our video production and translation. I've known this guy since he was 10 years old or less. He called me when I was coming back from the doctor, so that's right here. And I nickname him. His nickname is Zolik. He messaged me and says, "Greg, my brother-in-law was killed today in the front lines in the East." So that's his wife's brother, 27 years old. So as we are thankful for what Zelensky, thankful for being day 300, thankful for seeing the difference between Ukraine and the madness out of the Kremlin, and it's obvious for the world to see. At the same time, the reality is there's a real war waging, and soldiers, civilians, children, adults seniors are dying every day. And that one's personal. That's so one of our team members, his brother-in-law, was killed today, and we all suffer with them. So much love to Zolik and the family, and just keeps reality. Keeps reality. We were supposed to, you realize, folks, we were supposed to in January be taking him gear, more warm gear, and now he's lost his life. So it's real personal. It should be personal for our community. It's part of our own team, real tight. So we pay honor and tribute to that soldier today. All right, my friend, get you some rest, and appreciate you jumping in here tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
3:51 a.m. in Poland.
Yeah.
But your body is on 4:51.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Get some rest. We'll holler at you later. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Great update. Much love to you all. Thanks for your support. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, telling others, doing whatever it takes. Let's continue to get the truth out. We'll be here. We'll see you in 23 hours. Much love to you all. That will be good night to all.
To all, a good night.
Heart from Ukraine via Poland.
Yes.